Okay, so Scandal of the Kingdom is based on a series, and you got to see the series.
I did.
What was it like to see the series? What was the best part of Grandpa speaking about this?
Well, I looked forward every day to get to that church and to hear the teaching again. Dallas was actually sick a lot of that time, but it didn't slow him down at all. And it ended up being one of the most favorite of all the things I've heard him teach. And I never heard him teach it again. So I was holding on to the tapes and the cassette tapes. Do you remember the cassette tapes?
That just barely.
We have we're in a fire area where we live, and so we have to have an evacuation corner of the important papers and documents and things that we have to get out in a hurry. And I had kept those cassette tapes of the Parable series in that corner to take them with me if we had to evacuate for fires, which we did many times. But then you have to put everything back in place. So fortunately, we are still here after all these years. But I treasured those and wanted someday to get them into a book, and that was before we actually started doing books. So I had rented at that time. I had gone way across the valley to a rental place to get a machine that you hook up to the computer and to the tape. Well, it played the tapes, and then I could cut them on and off with my foot. And so I could type, and do that. So I did that 2 different times, trying to get some of it transcribed. And years went by, and other things came into being, but I was wanting to get that out. So I'm just thrilled that finally it's in a produced form, and other people can see it and hear it in Dad's voice, Grandpa's voice.
Yeah. And how long was the series? Like, was he speaking on it once a week for 8 weeks, or how often was he speaking on the parables?
I'm not remembering exactly, but I think there were about 8 tapes.
Okay.
Does anybody know?
13 weeks.
13 weeks. 13 weeks, I'm told.
Yeah, 13 weeks.
Yeah, so 13.
You phoned a friend.
So 13 trips there. And,
wow.
Yeah, so, but it was a great time.
Wow. And which week made you realize that it was so special and important? Like, did Grandpa get up there the first week and you thought to yourself, this is a good one? Or was it kind of further down the line?
I really liked the one, and as the weeks went by, then I was liking everyone, and so then that's when it became an important series. But the first one was very important. I think that he began talking about the seed and relating stories of when he was on the farm, and so many of the things that he had learned growing up on the farm and being around animals and seeds and planting. And he never got past wanting to plant something and watch it grow. So we were always trying to do a harvest of this, that, or the other.